All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video with your man Gamecock Chuck. Hey, be sure you're hitting that like button and subscribe button. Helps this channel out. I appreciate you guys so much. Today, or yesterday, several of the offensive players spoke with the media, right? They had some media availability, mainly the offense, right? The offensive side spoke with them. You had Juju, he spoke with the media. Oscar Attaway spoke, Maurice Brown, Casey Henry spoke. Which I'm real high on that dude. That dude right there sounds very intelligent. He knows how to work the room. But he spoke. Kamar Bell spoke. Tyshawn Russell, the wide receiver, he spoke. There might be a few other people that spoke, but the main one that I want to talk about, the one that I want to touch on today is the quarterback, Robbie Ashford, right? Coming into this season, when he committed to South Carolina, I'll be honest with you, I was not that high on that young man being at South Carolina, right? Because of his stats, right? And I probably shouldn't have been so quick to judge the young man. I should have just let it play out and give him a fair shake. And that's what I'm doing right now, okay? After I heard his media yesterday, his little press conference and questions and answers, I got a whole new outlook on that young man. He's got a phenomenal character, right? He exudes confidence and has a good character about himself. And the way he spoke yesterday, I'm excited about the quarterback room. Headed into the season, we all knew, Coach Beamer put out there that Lenore Sellers was QB1 headed into the season, right? And when Robbie Ashford was speaking yesterday, he alluded to that, right? He said he knew coming into South Carolina that Lenore was QB1 going into the fall, right? He said he respected that. He understood it because Lenore has been there at South Carolina last year, even though he didn't play a whole lot, played in some mop-up duty in several games. He still respected the fact that he was there last year. He knows some of the system, and he respects Coach Beamer, Coach Loggins' decision to make Lenore Sellers QB1 headed into the season. And to me, that, like I said, that is something special. When you got a young man that's got SEC experience, right? He's got big time Power 4 experience. Whenever he says that and says it with confidence and with some conviction to it, hey, I really like the way that young man spoke yesterday, right? He spoke about competition, which everybody in the room basically, when they came in yesterday, talked about competition. But when he spoke about competition, he alluded to the fact that, where he came from, Auburn, he said South Carolina's competition was a lot different than what it looked like at Auburn. Because I think somebody asked him that. I'm not sure, not 100% sure, but I don't know how you got on that subject. But he said that the South Carolina competition was a lot different than what he left at Auburn, right? He said there at Auburn that competition there was more of an individual thing, right? Like the players wanted to do things for the betterment of themselves, not the team, like at South Carolina, right? He said he feels that vibe. He feels that with Lenore and all the other quarterbacks that, no matter who's the starter, right? Game 1, game 2, game 12, whatever. He knows the other quarterbacks are going to have have his back, have whoever the starting quarterback is, they're going to have their back, right? And they're going to lift them up and motivate them and help them. And it's going to make the whole room better, right? So he alluded to that, right? He said that his time at Auburn, he said that, that competition there basically divided the locker room from what he said. Now, this is his words. These ain't my words. But he said it basically kind of divided the locker room because you have players that said, oh, I like this quarterback or I like that quarterback or whatever, right? He said at South Carolina, he does not feel that, right? And that just speaks volume, right? Speaks volume, in my opinion, of not only the character of that young man, but the character of all the quarterbacks and the culture that Coach Beamer is building there at South Carolina. And like I said, listening to that press conference yesterday, that media availability after practice, it really changed my opinion of Robbie Ashford, right? Now, I'm not saying he's a real good quarterback, right? and I know stats really matter, right? But as a person, I really changed my mind on the way I'm looking at him and giving him a fair opportunity. In when I watch him play, when I watch him practice, or whatever, if I do get to see him practice, but if I get to watch any practice tape or anything, but just it's going to change my opinion of him. And like I said, I'm excited about the quarterback room. Him, Lenoris, they both fighting for that number one position. It seems like so far there's no word been officially put out that Lenoris is the number one quarterback headed into the season, or starter. There's no word that he's the number one quarterback or what. So I guess you'd want to say, if you're looking at who's one, who's two, I guess you'd say 1A, 1B, and just leave it like that until Coach Beamer or Coach Loggins decides to put that out there. And like I said, there was a lot of good media availability yesterday, but like I said, the one that stuck out to me the most was Robbie Ashford, and just the way he carried himself, the way he answered the questions, the way he talked about the quarterback battle competition, the way he talked about the offensive line, how they stayed during the summer and worked on their footwork and different things to help the team, right? And that's what he spoke of. He said he was willing to do whatever it took to help the team. He also, I don't know why these reporters ask questions like that, but he also kind of threw out there that they could probably going to be some packages for him and Lenoris, like maybe both of them's going to see the field this year, which most Gamecocks fans probably already knew that anyway, because both of them are similar, both about 6'2", 6'3", about 230, 245 or whatever. They big body, dual threat quarterbacks that can get out there and run, hurt you with his legs and also with his arms as well with the throws. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the quarterback room. I'm looking forward to the 31st to see who walks out there first. We shall see. I know who I think. I think it's going to be Lenoris. I want y'all's opinion. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think. If y'all saw the press conference yesterday from Robbie Ashford, let me know what y'all thought of it. Let me know what y'all thought of, if you watched all of them, let me know what you think of the whole offense, the way they spoke yesterday. Because, like I said, there was a lot of good stuff to come out of all that, right? Not only Kamar Bell and Case and Henry, like I said, them two spoke real well about the offensive line and how they've worked their tails off in the offseason, and how they worked on footwork and getting in the strength and conditioning program to kind of help alleviate some of the injuries that we had last year. They spoke about that. Oscar Attaway spoke real good about the running back room of Rocket and himself, and Jawan Howell and Matthew Fuller and Juju and all of them. The press conference yesterday was real encouraging. But like I said before, I'm not going to get too optimistic yet. I'm going to let them see how the season plays out, and then we'll go from there. But like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the quarterback room, what y'all think of the quarterback room. And make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe button. And until the next video, y'all have a blessed evening. Gamecock Chuck, I'll see you guys around.